So once we have actually designed the login functionality, let's now go ahead and design the logout functionality as well. So for the login functionality, what we have done is we have actually created a template called as login. We have also created a form as well, which is this particular login form right here. And we have also created a complex view right here, which actually renders out that particular template and logs the user in. However, there's one more easier way to actually process login and logout actions, and that is by using the built-in authentication views in Django. So Django actually has some inbuilt views like the authentication views for logging in and logging out the user. So if you use those particular views, you don't have to write these complex views which we have written. So now in order to use these views, first of all, you need to understand that you don't have to create a view just as we have created here. So our aim is to go ahead and create a logout functionality. So in order to implement that functionality, as you don't need to create a view, you directly have to go ahead and associate that authentication view with a URL pattern. So we will go to the urls.py file here, and here I'll create a view for logout. So here I'll say path logout / and then now here we have used the view which we have created, but now we are going to make use of a built-in view from a particular set of Django library. So here I would import it from django.contrib.auth import views. So the logout view which we want is actually present in this particular library path right here. And then as we have imported views over here as well as over here, Django will get confused like which view is this and which one is this one. Therefore, we are going to import this particular view as authentication views. So I'll import this particular views as auth view or authentication view. So I would say auth_view, and I would simply add import this as auth view. So that means whenever we say auth view, Django understands that we are referring to these views which we have in django.contrib.auth. So once we have this particular URL, let's associate that particular auth view here. So here we would say auth view dot, and this auth view actually contains the login view, the logout view. It also contains a whole bunch of other views as well. As you can see, there are other views as well, but what we are interested here is the logout view. So let's say logout view, and as this is not a regular view, as this is a inbuilt view, we have to say .as_view. Once we go ahead and do that, we are pretty much good to go. Just make sure you have a comma at the end. Okay, so now once this particular view is set up with this URL pattern, let's see if that works. So right now I'll go ahead, and as you can see, let's log in. So I will log in as a super user, hit submit, and now it says we are currently logged in. Now if I have to log out, in that particular case, I would simply go ahead and say /users/logout. So if I type this thing in, as you can see, we get this particular template right here from Django administration, which says that you have been logged out. So it says that thanks for spending some quality time with the website today. And we get this particular view because this is a inbuilt view which is being rendered. However, let's say instead of rendering this particular template right here, which is the inbuilt template, let's say we want to create our own logout page, which is going to be displayed when the user is logged out. So in order to create that, I'll go back to the VS Code, and as usual, as we create any template, we'll go ahead, go to templates, users, create a new template and name it as logout.html. And in here, let's simply create a h1 tag. Let's keep this simple for now, and let's say you have been logged out. Okay. So once we have this, now we have to render this instead of this by default template right here. And for that, we will go back to the urls.py file because we are directly rendering that view over here. And here in this particular as view, you could type in the name of the template which you want. So here I will mention a parameter which is template name. So I would say template_name. And here I would say I want to now use the template which is present in the users app, and the name of that template is logout.html. once this thing is done, I could also associate a name to this. So let's say I want to call this particular URL pattern as logout. Okay, so once this thing is done, let's see how it works now. So here, let's log in again. So when I log in, it says you're logged in. Now let's try logging out, and when I log out, this time, as you can see, it says you have been logged out. So that means now the logout functionality is working absolutely fine. And now in the upcoming lecture, we are going to protect a particular view with the login functionality which we have just created. So let's learn how to do that in the next one.